Okay, it's that time of the week. State of the NFC West through week 9. With the trade deadline having just passed, I'm going to add an extra layer to this week's video discussing the roster moves and updates that each team within the division has made over the last week or so, because those items are very important. To start, our Rams traded for cornerback Roger McCreary from the Tennessee Titans last week. He did not get much playing time in our win against the Saints this past Sunday, as he still is getting settled into a new system, new organization, and new city. However, expect him to be ramped up pretty quickly, and he will be a huge upgrade for our secondary for the rest of this season. Next, we brought back a familiar face, signing long snapper Jake McQuaide to the practice squad. McQuaide was with our Rams from 2011 to 2020 and is brought back to put some pressure on our current long snapper, Alex Ward. We also signed kicker Harrison Mevis, aka the Thicker Kicker, to our practice squad. He went 20 for 21 as a member of the UFL's Birmingham Stallions this past season. He is definitely brought in to put some pressure on our current kicker, Joshua Carty. While these special teams moves aren't sexy by any means, and these two guys probably won't be on the active roster, at least not right away, what this does do is light a fire under the current special teams unit, reminding them to get their shit together right away. The 49ers traded for defensive lineman Keon White from the New England Patriots, and that is about the only move that they made prior to the trade deadline. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't make more moves given all of the injuries that they have, but they are 6-3 and somehow still winning games despite more than half of their starters being out with injuries. So they decided to stay put for the time being and just play with who they have for the rest of this season. Regardless of all their injuries, this team cannot be taken lightly due to them continuing to find ways to win games despite a very depleted roster. The Seahawks have looked sharp all season long, and their already great offense just got even better when they traded for wide receiver Rashid Shaheed from the New Orleans Saints. This will be a scary team to face the rest of this season. And while this isn't a trade, the Cardinals did make a massive change on their roster, which is worth discussing. Jacoby Brissett has been named the starting quarterback for Week 10 after a stellar performance in their win against the Cowboys this past Monday night, and Jacoby will probably be the Cardinals starting quarterback for the rest of the season, as Kyler Murray has just been placed on injured reserve. The Cardinals offense looks significantly stronger with Jacoby Brissett leading the way, and while they have dug themselves into a pretty big hole in the division standings with a 3-5 record, they ain't done yet, and they are scrappy and can compete with anybody in the league. So those are all the significant roster moves that each team in the division has made over the last week or so. Now, here are the current standings in the NFC West. You can see that nothing has changed since last week due to all 4 teams in the division getting wins during week 9. However, there could be a lot of movement within the division standings in week 10 coming up as our Rams face off against the 49ers, and the Seahawks and Cardinals both play each other this week as well. So lots at stake for everyone in the division. It'll be very interesting to see what the NFC West standings look like come this Sunday night. We'll see how it all goes down. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts on all this, and as always, go Rams.